Hi, I'm Misty Winkler from Simplified Organization, and I'm here today to talk about brain dump list. The brain dump is something that I recommend within the Simplified Organization course and also in the free course, Declutter Your Head. I think it is the best thing that you can do when you start feeling scattered and distracted and you feel overwhelmed, you don't know what you should be doing, you feel like you don't have a handle on anything. The brain dump is your go-to strategy. So if you've never done one before, this could take a while. So it's better to take your time and make it thorough and keep at it without worrying about processing it. So the way that you start is you pick a place to keep your notes, either a notebook or index cards or Evernote, whatever thing would be convenient for you and just easy to jot things down. It doesn't have to be structured. It shouldn't be structured. It's just a quick get it out of your head and onto paper so that your head can be used for thinking about things rather than holding things. You want to use the paper for holding, containing your ideas and things to do and whatever else pops into your head. And then you can look at the things outside of your head and use your head, your mind, for thinking about them, and then you'll make a better processing list later on. But that doing something about them later comes later. First, do the thorough brain dump. So this isn't going to be a sit down and do it once, all in one sitting, or even once. I don't know how many brain dump lists I have done even this year. It's something that I just do whenever I start feeling scattered and distracted. I sit down, make a list, get it out of my head, and then I can look and say, oh, these are just all the things that are always on my brain dump list. I'm okay. Life's not going crazy, just my head. It's all in my head. When you get it out of your head and you see it on paper, and at least eventually, hopefully, sometimes it's all in your head and not as crazy as you thought it was. It makes it easier to handle. But, you know, maybe it's not all in your head. What you need to do is get it out of your head so you can see it. Just get it all out of your head. So let it be a week, 2 weeks, even a month, and just add to that list as you have time. You know, at home with kids, with other responsibilities, you can't dedicate an hour or 3 hours to getting everything out of your head in one sitting. And so just coming to it for little chunks of time here and there throughout the day, or even once a day for a week or more, will help you get a better list, get everything out of your head as different things trigger different ideas or responsibilities. You just add it to the list. So give it some time, let the concept percolate in your head, and just give it time to get everything out of your head and onto paper. And don't worry about what you're going to do with it later yet. Processing the brain dump list comes in week 5 of the course, week 5 out of 6. So you spend 3 weeks generating your brain dump, your very first brain dump list, and then 2 weeks kind of pulling the pieces out and doing something with the pieces. So give it its time. If you do need to peek ahead and see what to start doing, you can, but make sure it's a really thorough brain dump first before you start processing. And then, you know, being organized or having systems in place does not mean that you'll never ever feel overwhelmed again. It means that you know what to do when you do feel that way, and you know how to handle it. You know how to get out of it. So don't be discouraged if you need to make multiple brain dump lists. If the same things start coming out every time you sit down to write a list, that's okay. That's good. So This is an essential practice that is going to take a long time the first time, but then you're going to keep coming back to it and back to it. It's a strategy to help you handle and get a grip on the craziness inside your head.